I miss my friends. And I miss having fun. Hey guys, what's up? It's Sarah. How COVID-19 has affected the social lives of young people. We are so used to going to the movies, going out to eat, going to the bars, doing all of these things with our friends, and now it's no longer reality for us. So that bears the question of how we stay connected with our friends when we're so used to being on top of each other and being with as many people as possible, to now we are supposed to do nothing with as little people as possible. And it makes us miss our friends. It's crazy because we rely so much on our friends and external factors to be happy, I feel like, and this is teaching us that we're okay on our own and it's okay to be lonely. But it's hard when you're an extroverted person. It's hard when you have depression or anxiety or something else that makes it like that's your distraction. Like going out and hanging out with people is what makes you happy inside, and now we're not allowed to do that. I think that a lot of people rely so heavily on the people in their lives to bring them happiness, whether you are alone in quarantine, like a lot of elderly people, and a lot of young people too live by themselves and you just have to be quarantined on your own, or people that live in not so good home conditions and they have no escape now. We can't leave our houses, so those people that are facing that can't escape those bad situations. It just makes it hard. The people in our lives are so important to us, and to not be able to see them and connect with them and hug them, go to eat with them, is just a transition that a lot of people weren't ready for. I think that's why it was so hard to get people contained. It still is so hard to get people contained. People are still throwing parties, people are still playing soccer, basketball, and it's because people thrive off of that social interaction. It makes them happy. It's hard for a lot of people to find something in just their house to make them feel good. Another part of the social world that's being affected is dating. Everything's basically put on hold because you can't go see anybody. You can't physical touch with anybody. So it's put everything on hold in that world. People still talk on the phone because we all have social media and technology to keep us connected, but it's just a whole different way of life to just not go near people and to not be able to make those connections. So it's made a lot of people slip through the cracks. People might not be hanging out as much, dating, not dating. We need that social interaction to keep us sane. And even if it's not with your friends, or even if it's not in a relationship, it's just going to work and talking to a person. It's walking down the street and speaking with your neighbor. Going to the grocery store, seeing a friend and being able to have a conversation, and now we have to stand 6 feet away from one another. It's just, we need this social interaction to keep our mind off life's crazy things, and we don't have them anymore to rely on. In this video, you're gonna get to hear from my friends who have submitted videos of how quarantine has affected their social life. So here they are.
I hate all the uncertainty of it. Like, what is going on? When is the next time I can see my friends? Like, I might not know when I'm ever going to see these people again. And that's just really weird. So obviously, quarantine is killing my social life. But at the same time, it's really nice to have that reset and kind of see who's going to make an effort to stay in my life and stay in contact that way. I just want to go out with my friends. I want to go to class. I want to go out to eat. Like, I can't do anything, and it's like, how are we hanging out? Like, what is going on? Like, what did I do in my free time?
Quarantine has affected my life in many ways. Since I used to live in the dorms, I used to see people all the time, and I was living with a ton of people, but now I only live with 4 people. And it's also affected it because at work I used to interact with a lot of people as a waitress and working in the library on campus.
Quarantine has made it really hard to maintain a social life because most of my friends don't live here, and it's hard to reach out when we're all busy with our different schedules.
Quarantine has affected my social life a lot. For my 21st birthday, I wasn't able to do a lot of the stuff that I had planned. I had a trip coming up for my 21st that I was going to celebrate with my family, and I wasn't able to do that anymore.
Quarantine has affected my social life because I can't see my friends and I'm stuck in the house, so everything's been really boring, and I had to leave college, so now I don't get to be there either.
Quarantine has definitely affected my social life. I'm normally a person who thrives in social environments, so being cooped up in my house with only my parents and my own thoughts has definitely been hard, especially since I recently graduated and became single in the few months prior to quarantine. So it sucks because I feel like I'm missing out on so many opportunities to meet and get to know new people, and I definitely prefer face-to-face interactions, so because I'm not the best at keeping up with people like through social media and like texting and calling and things like that. So it's just like I'm navigating a whole new social life. It's crazy.
Alright guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching all of them rant about what quarantine is doing to their social lives. I know that it's probably hard for you as well going through this, or if you're watching this in the future, what we went through during the pandemic. But it's something that we can use in our lives after this is over, because we now know how to make ourselves happy and how to find things that we enjoy rather than always relying on our friends. But we are very excited to be able to hang out again. We're very excited to be able to go out to eat and go to the movies again, being able to hug one another. So until then, be healthy, be well, and don't die with your music still inside of you. Bye guys.